brighten up those dark mornings. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lecter. Mornings at the Cabin.
Mornings at the Cabin, indeed. Wheeler, AJ, and Lecter. Ollie, again, still in isolation, at least until April 2nd. But after that, remember he said, I don't want to see any of you bastards, is what he said. Remember? And he said it in his...
You think we could quote that?
Yeah, I think he said it in his really posh accent. You ever notice that when he swears, he goes a little bit more posh?
Yeah.
Bastards.
Almost like it originated from the UK.
That's right.
He's like,
Well, I mean, a lot of
better
swearing.
say it.
Well, I mean, English.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bastards, though, is a good
That's right. Good morning to bastards. Good morning to everybody out there. We are finally, I think we've caught up. Have we caught up with the sunlight that we were at before we sprung forward?
Almost, yeah.
I think we're right there.
so.
When I let Dre out now, the sun's on
Right?
its way up.
Yeah, and when I leave the house, the sun is starting to peak. So we're getting there.
It's still like minus 30, but
It's still minus 30. We had a false spring. We had a couple of minus 4 days. We got up to zero that one day.
yeah.
And I was shoveling poop, and I was like, I got to get this stuff done
Yeah.
before it gets above zero. Because then I'm going to be, standing in a puddle of it.
And how'd that go?
Pretty good.
Let's get an update.
On the poop
A poop
situation?
date.
Yeah.
Well, my poop throwing elbow is still a little sore. Because I was chipping away with the really compacted snow that was encasing some of the poop. But it's all bagged up. Although there's a huge pile of snow beside the deck, and there's probably still a couple of little blossoms under there.
I get that.
So we'll see what happens when all that melts.
I think a lot of people are getting some serious spring cleaning done.
You got to do
This
it.
year.
You got to do it. And we've kind of started to chip away at it.
Yeah. Literally.
Phoenix is she's about to enter week 2, or she's about to enter week 3 of being off work and kind of isolating. She's kind of gone out a little bit, but anyway, we'll get into it. All of it.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast.
Wheeler, AJ, and Lecter with you on your...
It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, thank you. Taco Tuesday down here at Cabin Radio. Don't come down here, though. There are no tacos. Stay the hell away. Just stay at home. That's all. You know what? I'm not going to get into it. Got an invitation about this. Actually got a message about this a couple of weeks ago. Not a couple of weeks ago. Jesus. It feels like a couple of weeks ago, but this is...
Literally.
What is
yesterday?
Probably 3 days ago.
Oh, 3 days ago.
I don't know. It was 4 or 5 days.
Well, you must be one of the cool kids.
Why?
I got it yesterday.
Oh, no, I got it. I got the invite yesterday for the event, but I got a text message about it a week ago saying, hey, would you be interested in this? And I said, kinda.
Cool kid.
Not really.
Still
Cool
waiting
kid.
for mine.
Well, no, I think they reached out to literally everyone who's ever performed in one of these things.
I didn't get reached out to.
You haven't performed in one of these things.
That's true, but I like to be special.
Okay. Well, I bet Nicole got one a week ago.
She might have.
And she just
I'm not
didn't
sure,
tell you.
actually. Yeah.
Should we talk about what we're talking about?
We could talk about it.
All right. We'll talk about it.
I'd like to know because I haven't heard of it.
Okay, perfect. Coming up, and this goes along with everything we've been talking about. People bringing stuff online. Last night, Bella Dance Online launched, and it was absolutely very cool. So Phoenix was kind of watching all the classes, and there's they're using Google Suite, and there's 20 different windows with all the kids in them, all watching a teacher dance, and they're following along. It was very, very cool.
Nice.
So a lot of people adapting to this hopefully temporary new normal. And keeping with that, a bunch of people have gotten together. I don't know who all have gotten together. I got messages from 2 different
I
people.
think we know.
We all know. And they're putting on the Cabin Fever Cabaret. It's a call for artists. You can find this on... A cull of artists.
Oh, no part of the call.
Everybody gather
geez.
at the multiplex who's ever made any art, and you will be either brainwashed into not doing any art anymore or simply killed.
I say I wouldn't do it
Established
again.
art is no use anymore.
All of this will be
normal.
streamed online. It's going to be a fantastic show. Call for Artists was put out yesterday. You can find it at Cabin Fever Cabaret on Facebook, and I believe at Cabin Fever Cabaret on Instagram. But what they're doing is they're putting together an online show seeking burlesque-style cabaret acts, and they want you to be in it. Sing, dance, do comedy, maybe tease a little.
Really anything.
Well, I mean, really, anything. It's burlesque.
Yeah.
Anything, really. I like the tease part, though. Burlesque, there's a lot of teasing going on in burlesque, but if you just... I picture you being there in your room with nobody else around being like, you look kind of dumb, bud. You don't look good.
We used to call these private cam shows.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
How the
Private cam
world
shows
has
are
changed.
That's right. all these cam websites are like, what the hell?
We were once
been doing this
judged,
for years.
and now you're relying on us.
What happened to the stigma, guys?
Yeah, for goodness sake. Oh, just because I'm not doing anyway. You can film it from wherever you're isolating, your home, your yard, the woods, a bunker. Mm-hmm. You can sign up by April 3rd. That doesn't give you a lot of time.
No.
But you submit your video on April 24th. So it won't be a live show. That would be a lot to do. That would be a lot to kind of logistically. That would be tough. So you submit your video by April 24th. Online screening May 1st. So you can check out the Facebook page, like I said, for all the info. And that's at cabinfevercabaret.com. Don't check on Insta. They don't have an Insta yet. I just found it.
Are they going to?
I imagine.
I think that's like first thing nowadays, isn't it?
I mean, it's Insta. Yeah.
I'm not on the Instagram.
I know. I try to tag you and stuff, and it's just like, I guess I'll just tag Nicole. So if you're looking to express yourself creatively in this time of uncertainty, you can do that. And this is a great opportunity to do that. You can do burlesque style acts. I think they've kind of opened it up as well. Like comedy, you can do some comedy. You can maybe just do some stand-up. It doesn't need to be burlesque-ish. I mean, it's kind of the point.
Could be sexy comedy.
Could be sexy comedy.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be hard to avoid for me. If I were to do any sort of burlesque, it would be funny in some way, shape, or form.
Well, I mean, it has to be. I mean, it doesn't have to be. Like a lot of but I mean, when you do a burlesque show, as I have, naturally some funny elements come out. Yeah. Right. So it's very.
You gotta make it lighthearted.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be lighthearted. It can be gross and gothic.
Yes.
You know.
Well, but I think the overall point is for you to be comfortable in what you're expressing, right?
Yeah,
so if
absolutely.
you're not comfortable being overtly sexual, then you can kind of veil that with a little bit of humor.
But maybe this is your opportunity to bust out of that shell.
Just bust right out.
Show everybody how sexy you are.
Whoa.
That's what I did. As you know, I'm a very shy, reserved person. And doing
not what I saw
burlesque really
on
allowed
stage.
me to express everything that's inside of my body. It's good. It's a really good time. The people that organize it, who I know are organizing, I'm sure there's others, are great. Great support system. So if you're ever looking for, if you're scared of doing something, know that if you come up with an idea, they're going to kind of workshop it with you and help you bring it to life.
Right.
Which is kind of the point.
Yeah.
It's a really supportive community. And if you're looking for something to do, this is a great opportunity to try to do something creative.
Yeah. And you got some time to figure that out. As you said, the April 24th, the deadline to have your video submission in. So you kind of need to know whether or not you want to participate now.
That's right.
April 3rd?
April 3rd.
The deadline to say you're in, and then you got some time to go back and forth, talk with some people if you're not sure what you want to do.
Here's the great thing about signing up for stuff. You can sign up for stuff and then drop out.
People do it all the time.
All the time.
It's one of our greatest freedoms.
It's our only freedom. Right now, since they're trying to take them all away. No, they're not.
Who's they?
I was.
So sick.
This is the thing I didn't want to get into. But here we are. Cabin Fever Cabaret. Find them on Facebook. If you've got an idea for a burlesque show or maybe some stand-up comedy, maybe even just a song. Again, you could just do a song.
That'd be nice.
Now, it's a little awkward doing it in, the comfort of your own home with nobody there. But I don't know, if you've got some family at home, get them to clap for you or laugh. Oh. Anyway.
Like we've talked about before, we can just record some canned
exactly right.
audience noises, some
and that's
screams, some woos.
Absolutely, and we should do that for the online screening. We should offer up some of those recorded woos and laughs.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Because that is definitely, I think, the thing that people who have performed in burlesque shows in the past will miss the most with this is that audience, that warmth, because you're putting yourself out there, but you're also in front of the most welcoming audience you could possibly have.
It's more than warmth, my friend. It's a hot heat.
Whoa.
There's heat coming off that audience. You can feel it.
Jeez.
You just want to start throwing drinks at you.
No wonder I'm always sweating by the end of the night.
Oh, my goodness. It's nuts out there. Find them on Facebook. If you've got an idea, sign up by April 3rd. Submit your video on April 24th. And online screening May 1st. Great idea.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast, where we cut out all the great music and you're left with the rest.
We've been talking a lot about what we can do in these times of isolation and the effect it has on our mental health. And I came out of ISO on Sunday. My first day back was Monday. And if you listened to the show, you understood that I was a little agitated.
Bull in a china shop.
A little agitated, just feeling a little antsy. Another guy at my work, he just got out of ISO after about 10 days. And he was also feeling a little agitated, a little antsy. And I think we all are. I mean, there's a lot going on. And I think we're all feeling a little edgy, trying our best to mitigate that with whatever we can. Creation, getting outside, making babies. There'll be a bunch of babies after all this.
You know what I discovered last week after Ollie dropped the coronials?
What?
He didn't coin that. We got all excited thinking he'd coined that. That came from somewhere else.
No, of course it did.
You got excited about it.
Coronials?
Yeah. You
I was like,
oh,
oh, cool.
Coined a new phrase.
I know. I was like, finally, Ollie's on the trolley. He's on the,
So love a good rhyme in the morning.
That's right. Emily Blank put out this article on cabinradio.ca. You can find it there about feeling anxious about COVID-19 and the mental health experts that offer tips. So Dr. Keith Dobson, professor of clinical psychology at University of Calgary, calls the pandemic a triple threat. There are three main drivers of the anxiety you might be feeling: predictability, how much you can predict what's going to happen, which you can't. Control, can you do something to reduce the impact of what's happening? You can a little bit, but there's only so much you can do. And salience, how important the thing is that's concerning you. So obviously, predictability, there really isn't any. Control, we have very little. I mean, we have very little in our lives anyway, kind of, but like
less than we think.
Less than we think, and even less so now.
Well, back when it was just TV, you didn't really control what was going on. It was just whatever was on at that time.
That's right.
Now we control Netflix and Crave, and we can choose whatever we want.
Pretty sure that's what he was talking about. And salience, how important the thing that is concerning you. Obviously, what's happening right now is very important to all of us. It is affecting all of us. So it poses problems on all those three counts. But here are some things that you can do to help mitigate those things. Obviously, we've all tried a few things, but we're, a couple weeks into it now, and maybe we're looking for some more help. Just like, hey, anything else you got?
I've tried nothing, and I'm all out of ideas.
Got any more of those mental health tips, bud?
Could not come to better than that.
You beatnik. Stay informed is one. The first one. Stay informed about COVID-19. Make sure you're getting good information from good sources, and when in doubt, check it out.
Well, where on earth are we going to get that?
COVID Corner every day at 7 o'clock. Cabin Radio NWT. Tune in. It's become appointment viewing here in the NWT. And you know what? I shouldn't praise Cabin Radio. I'm part of it. So make sure you're getting good information. There's a lot of misinformation being spread out there right now. For example, did you know that Bill Gates owns the coronavirus and spread it himself? That's not true, but it's something I read on my Facebook feed this morning. So,
I did know that, though.
You did know that?
Yeah.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah.
You're ahead of the game. Maintain a regular routine, including getting up and going to bed at the same time. And you know what I have to say to that? Don't tell me how to live. I will get up whenever I want, and I will go to sleep whenever I want. After Tiger King is over, which, again, by the way, is garbage. It's fine. It's fun. It's just... Anyway, maintaining a regular routine is very important, especially now because there's not really any routine to be had.
Yeah.
The kids are usually back at school right now. You're usually going back to work if you went on spring break, and now it's just kind of all up in the air.
What about making a new routine?
You could exactly, but I mean, you can make that new routine, but make it a regular.
Yeah, stick to it.
And like when I was in ISO, I was getting up at between 6 and 7 every morning still, just so I could get a coffee in, talk to the dog because Phoenix didn't get up for a couple more hours. Need someone to talk to. And she just looks at me like I'm just the smartest person in the world.
Betty's a good listener.
She's a great listener. Well, anyway, get regular exercise. Again, don't tell me how to live. And get outside when you can, even if it's just for a walk while maintaining that 2-meter distance. Now, remember, maintaining that 2-meter distance is very important unless you're living with a person. Walk hand in hand. God, and hug the crap out of people if you're able to do it.
Yeah.
If you're living with somebody, if you've got someone that's that you don't have to maintain that physical distance with, then that's going to help mitigate some of those mental health struggles as well. Is just being in close contact, maintaining that human contact. I think is very important as well. Doctor didn't mention that. Maybe I should be an MD. Anyway, schedule time for activities. It's also part of that maintaining a regular routine, whether it's baking or online shopping. Maybe cut out the online shopping for a bit. I don't like the fact that Amazon workers are frontline workers. I don't like that. I don't think that's great.
It's also odd that that's put in as potentially someone's regular routine.
Well, I mean, it is. I mean, a lot of people online shop.
Breakfast.
They do, right? But I don't like the online shopping one. That's whatever. That's my opinion. Or hobby, finding a hobby you enjoy. This is a great time to start a new hobby or pick up something that you've kind of dropped off, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So for me, it's commenting on Facebook and telling people they're idiots.
Not a lot has changed.
That's not new.
My life has not changed one iota. Try to do something that's fun, basically, and stay connected to others by phone, email, social media, and any other method that allows you to keep your distance. Do as much of that as you can. So a lot of people, using Discord or Zoom or Google Suites or whatever to maintain like visits with friends, playing games, or just having video conferences with a bunch of people. Like I know a lot of people who are like have a nightly appointment to have a couple of beers with their buddies for an hour on Skype.
Even old friends you haven't talked to.
Absolutely.
I've actually Zoomed a couple old friends I haven't talked to in over a year.
Absolutely. So this is there's an opportunity there to do that.
I'm not even in isolation.
And here's the one that pisses me off the most.
Uh-oh.
Watch your self-talk. If you begin noticing you're being negative when talking to yourself or others, that's a clue you're getting more stressed.
What if you went in negative?
Wait a second.
What if you started that way?
Yeah, what if you were already negative?
Do you maintain that?
Yeah.
As a routine?
Absolutely. I'm going to maintain my regular routine of flaming people on the internet and telling people just what I think of them.
If you came out just like a rainbow, I'd be like, something's wrong here.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't be.
He's losing his mind.
People would think I was losing my mind. Absolutely. Jesse's been really nice these days. Yeah.
Some really contradictory advice from this Dobson over here.
I don't know that there is. I mean, it's all pretty good advice. It's just, I mean, the only thing I could see with it is like stay informed. It's like that's kind of some of the issue is staying informed is like constantly being updated and bombarded.
Ignore.
And watching yourself talk and things like, or staying connected. Staying connected is part about staying informed. So if you're on Facebook or whatever, you're kind of getting bombarded with that information as well. So I think be careful about how you're staying connected and how you're staying.
Yeah, if your friends are idiots, then maybe just like,
ignore that.
Don't stay so connected.
All of my friends are not idiots. So.
Well, you're doing better than me.
Name them now.
Okay. Where do we
Here we
start?
go.
Yeah. Well, alphabetically.
Yeah, that's right. Aronson, Aaron A, Aronson, Aaron B. So those are some good tips. You can find that article at cabinradio.ca. You know what? I'll do it now. I was going to save it, but because we're going to go over time, we're going to go into the 8 o'clock hour with this little 3-pack we're going to do.
Okay.
But it's Sarah Rasmus's birthday.
Hey!
Co-host of Clams and Moose and friend of the show and Erasmus Apparel and Cabin Radio are like, this, son. I am crossing my fingers. We've been in bed with each other since the beginning.
We're all currently wearing.
That's what?
Cabin Radio Erasmus Apparel.
We are all currently wearing. I've got my Erasmus Apparel Cabin Radio undies on. Yeah. They're exclusive to me. I just call them that. They're my red pair. So for her birthday, we want to send a shout out to her. Amazing. Thank you so much for all your support. We love EA. EA all day. I hope you have an EA day all day today.
She's not awake.
She's probably not awake. Yeah. But Clams is. Clams made these requests, so we want to put these in. A little Sarah Erasmus 3-pack. We've got some Frightened Rabbit, The Offspring, and Talking Heads before the 8 o'clock hour. Happy birthday, Moose. That's when you do your Moose call. Go. I think that's a Moose.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast was recorded before a sort of live, thankfully not in the studio, audience.
This year is the 35th anniversary of the launch of Super Mario Brothers.
Hey.
35 years. It launched in 85 on the NES and is probably the biggest game ever. Probably the longest running game. Like if you're thinking of a franchise of games other than say like Call of Duty, which has sold the most copies of anything ever.
Yeah.
This is the biggest one.
It spanned all of the modern day platforms.
Absolutely. It's spanned every platform. It's on the Switch now, and the one that's on Switch, Super Mario Odyssey, is like a top 3 Mario game of all time.
Oh yeah,
it's incredible.
Yeah,
I love it. And so, as part of this, the 35th anniversary, Nintendo is reportedly planning to remake all of its classic Mario games.
Ooh,
How many times have they done that now?
Well, they haven't remade them. They've come up with different platformers, but I mean, they haven't remade or redone, or maybe they have. They did it in the Lost Levels.
They came out with the refurbished Nintendo that had
that's right,
50
and it had
games on it,
and it had
or whatever.
Refurbished Super Mario Brothers and a refurbished Super Mario 3.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah,
so they did that.
They've done that, so they're going to do it again.
They're going to do it again.
But what they haven't done, and what I haven't seen, is like a Super Mario 64 refurbish. So it's still all that polygon stuff from Nintendo 64 from 1996. So that came out, however long that ago is, 24 years.
Right.
And so that's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see a refurbished Super Mario 64 because that's like a top 3 Super Mario game as well.
Ah.
It goes Super Mario World, Super Mario 64, Mario 64, and Super Mario Odyssey. Those are the top 3. don't care what anybody else is saying.
Okay. What about Mario 3?
Mario 3 is pretty good. 4. Number 4.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know.
Number 4.
Tough call.
Number 4.
Yeah.
What about the live action film?
Shut up. That doesn't talk. We don't talk about that. It doesn't exist. But the Super Mario World kind of mastered. It kind of was the best of the platformers.
Well, it introduced Yoshi.
It introduced Yoshi.
That was a big deal.
And it was kind of like the best of the whole world at that point. So you had 1, 2, and 3 were all those platformers, so side-scrolling platformers. And number 4, Super Mario World, kind of was the biggest one. They took all the tricks and tips that they learned and put it into this one game. And then Super Mario 64 enters in a new generation of Super Mario, and Super Mario Odyssey, kind of the same deal. Although it's kind of based on like Galaxy and Sunshine and stuff like that. But it's incredible. And if you haven't played it, you should play it. It's actually a reason to buy the Nintendo Switch would be to play Super Mario Odyssey.
I meant to buy the Switch actually for that exact
It's a lot
reason.
of fun.
And then I was like, I can't afford it.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Because you don't work.
And then when I was in Vietnam, I thought it would be cheaper for some reason.
It wasn't?
It was not.
It wasn't? I would
the
think it would be
exact same price.
What a waste of a trip.
Literally, I made Nicole walk like 2.5 hours to go get
to find some local markets that was selling black market Nintendo Switches. We didn't find one.
Nope, same price.
Yeah.
What is
a
the
Nintendo Switch?
Wait, look at that. A snitch. A Nintendo snitch. What's the currency called in Vietnam?
I forget.
The dong.
I think it is the dong.
It is the dong.
Yeah.
So how many dongs was it?
Oh, God. Like 1.2 million.
1.2 million dongs.
It sounds more expensive.
Yeah. And it also
no wonder you can afford it.
It sounds like a self-isolation Tinder as well. 1.2 million dongs.
And
Open
counting.
it up and
counting.
just, oh my God, terrible. So the 35th anniversary, that's pretty incredible. I had my first Nintendo I got, I think when it was like 1988 or 89 or something like that.
Yeah.
And it came with Mario Brothers Duck Hunt. I've been playing these games for over 30 years.
Yeah.
It's like an integral part of my video gaming existence. And I would love to see for some refurbished games. That would be great.
One of the cool things about Mario too is I think the character itself like spans such generations. Like not only like the platforms through the years of gaming systems, but you know everyone from millennials to Gen Z to Generation X to baby boomers. Yeah, like everyone has played some iteration of a Mario game. Yeah, there was actually. I don't know if you are aware of the Intellivision.
Oh, I do like how you
system.
leaned on the table for this. Mm-hmm. I do remember the Intellivision gaming system.
Yeah, well, Donkey Kong for the Intellivision gaming system actually had, I think, the first iteration of Mario in it.
That's right.
But there was no mention of Mario. You were just dude wearing a hat.
He was the plumber, I think, in that one, or something like that.
Down in the sewers while Donkey Kong threw barrels at you.
That's right. That was
climb to the top and save the princess.
Exactly. That was Mario's first appearance. That was in a Donkey Kong.
Yeah,
that's right.
Love that game.
There you go.
Wasn't good at it.
Incredibly hard game.
Yeah, really tough.
Really tough. It's actually part of a documentary called Fistful of Quarters. Have you ever seen this?
No, I have not.
You should watch it. Put it on your list.
You didn't even lean on the table for that.
I don't need to lean on the table. I'm smart already.
I mean, you're leaning on your chair. You kind of got the elbow up. A little bit of a Captain Morgan stance going on there. Yeah.
And that's a great documentary about two guys that are trying to go for the world record at Donkey Kong.
Oh, yes. I do remember this now. Yeah.
So
that
good.
Rings a bell.
Yeah.
Haven't seen it, but yeah, I wanted to.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a Mario fan, this is great news. You get a big bulk purchase of Mario games. I love playing Mario games.
A little Letkeman family tidbit.
Oh, God.
I think my mom might actually hold the world record for the shortest duration of a Mario career ever.
She ran right into one of the outlets, didn't she? Like
You're giving her too much credit.
Okay. Did she just stand there until the time ran out?
She went backwards?
No. So,
okay, AJ.
Pardon me. We were actually given our first Nintendo Entertainment System as a thank you from our auntie and uncle for letting them stay with us when they came to visit.
Awesome.
It's like the best thank you ever.
Amazing.
You did nothing.
I did nothing.
You did
no
nothing.
choice
Your parents did everything.
Was not even aware that we had done a thing, and we got rewarded for it. I was like, oh, is this what life is like?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Little 5-year-old Scott just having his expectations just blown out of proportion.
Oh, my God.
So we set it up. Of course, had the Mario 1 and Duck Hunt game.
Mm-hmm.
Decided we were going to play Mario, and I think my mom actually might have taken the first turn at it.
Fair enough. I mean, it was her. She did do the thing that got the thing.
At least that's the way I'm remembering it.
Okay.
Started the game.
Yeah.
Ran forward. Jumped right into the first pit.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, that's it. Video games are not for me.
The first pit is like you got to jump over like 4 different pipes and outlets and get your mushroom before you get to that pit.
No, I think there's literally a pit.
There's not
sitting in front of
you.
No,
not in the first level of Super Mario Brothers. Brother.
Okay, well maybe I'm not giving her enough credit.
Okay.
Anyway, that pit was her ultimate downfall from gaming in general. That was it.
She fell in the pit. She's like, you know what? I don't like this.
7 seconds. That was enough for me.
I'm going to go read a book.
That's right. And to this day, she reads books and doesn't play video games.
What a weirdo.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And then there's Babs, who's probably tickled pink that there's Super Mario Brothers games coming out again. We love you, Babs. So yeah, that's they're expecting to announce more of those in the next few weeks, and we'll launch them probably in June.
AJ, where were the sound effects this whole break?
You said you
You're
read
just
sound
sitting in front of a
Just sitting
computer.
there
Sorry,
in front
guys.
of the prod booth
looking
area.
cool.
I've been
flexing
trying
her
to stay
biceps.
awake during all of this.
Looking. Oh, right. You know what? Jeez.
Gaming's not my thing.
This guy.
Neither are sound effects, apparently.
I've heard of Mario.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
Some good stuff to end off the show. Sandwiched with some bad stuff. But the good stuff, it's called Some Good News with John Krasinski. If you don't know who John Krasinski is, you've never watched The Office. He and Steve Carell are getting together on YouTube to share just good news amid a world of pretty pessimistic, pretty negative news.
Jim and
Like,
Michael?
Jim and Michael getting together, having a good laugh, and apparently making people cry because all the good news and just the chemistry they have with each other is making people feel good. And admittedly, right now, I feel a little hormonal. I don't know what it is, but like I'll see like a commercial on YouTube about something, and I'll just be like, "That's really nice," and it's very strange.
Yeah.
Feeling a little isolated,
Crying a little more than
usual.
you used to.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's gone from 3 or 4 Jags a week to every day I'm tearing up. So, but like tearing up with happiness almost. Like the crying Jags are usually like, what am I doing with my life? Where am I going?
Right.
Why am I such a piece of garbage?
Existential crisis.
Existential crisis stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly. This stuff is more like I need to reach out to the people I love more.
Oh,
You know? Oh, shut up.
That's
Well, now you got me going.
Somebody pass the fudge. Need to wipe my eyes. There's fudge on the table. So that's pretty cool. It's already got like 300,000 subscribers. A lot of people sharing it on Facebook. So I mean, if you want to check out something good and you like those actors, which a lot of people do because they're wonderful, especially together, go check out Some Good News with John Krasinski on YouTube.
But the second they sing Imagine,
Turn that garbage off.
that'll be it.
You know what
They're out.
You know what bothered me the most about that thing? They just seem so satisfied with themselves after they did it.
We really
It's
made
like,
a difference
We really made
here.
a difference here, guys. All right, everybody stay home, okay? And then you get a message after that from Arnold Schwarzenegger who's like, "Stay home," smoking his stogie in his friggin' private hot tub with his donkey.
I mean,
Like,
frontline
yeah.
workers are one thing,
Yeah,
but
we're all in
celebrities
this,
are
we're all
really
in
doing
this
the hard
together,
yards.
by the way.
I like the Arnold one.
Yeah.
You know, he's
He owns
leaning
it.
into the character.
He owns it.
He is
of
leaning
Arnold
into it. He owns it. He
Schwarzenegger.
owns it.
And why not?
Yeah.
We'd
And
all
by
be
it-
back.
By it, you mean half of California.
Yeah.
Everybody just self-isolate. I'm going to stay here on my land, which is half of California. You guys stay over there.
Yeah.
Get in the house.
Also, big shout out
Stay
to
there.
get in the house and stay there. Don't go to the chopper.
Unless it's a private chopper.
There you go. There's a Schwarzenegger.
I didn't want to go 100%,
No?
for risk
You want
of
to lean into
judgment.
that Austrian accent?
I just don't think I can do it.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
It's not
well,
even
I can't do a moose call.
It's
so.
not even an Austrian accent at this point. I think he's just made his own thing.
Yeah, it's just Arnie.
Yeah, it's just Arnie accent.
People in Austria are like, we do not
we
sound
don't.
like
Yeah.
that.
Hey,
That
hey,
is-
hey.
No.
He's not ours anymore. He's your problem.
Yeah. If anything, that's a little Flemish. Like FLEM.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah, of course, yeah.
not-
No.
Best thing to do to a mic in the morning. Also, big shout out to the Vid crew. Marissa Jennifer shared this on Facebook. I'm sure that's not her. I don't know if that's her full name, but shared this on Facebook, and it was shared by a few people. Just the testing crew out at the drive-through testing facility there
Yes.
under the tent. So big shout out to them for all the work they're doing. Thank you so much for exposing yourself to this virus.
The real VIDs.
Oh, I had a VID once. But they're doing a lot of great work, and a lot of people still getting tested. Obviously, we're waiting on the numbers from this morning. They usually drop around 9 a.m. How many tests have been performed and confirmed negative? Still the one case as of yesterday. So we're hoping to keep that streak alive.
Doing pretty good.
Yeah. Also, just a little nugget of I don't want to end on a bad note.
Oh, there it is. I was wondering where the negative stuff was. You said it was sandwiched.
We all like going to Vegas. Well, I don't, but I will go to Vegas for Lecter's bachelor party if he does have it there. I will
It's already
go.
canceled.
It's already canceled?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, great. Great, good to know.
Why get my hopes up now? Right?
But that was the one that was the thing that was going to make me actually go. I've been there before, and I liked it just fine. But after about 2 days, I was like, I don't even need to come here again.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I mean, and we all like to do it. It's just consider this. What Las Vegas is doing for its homeless population right now, while all of their hotels are completely empty, they're helping out. They found an abandoned parking lot somewhere in the city and marked out a bunch of sleeping spaces, not unlike parking spaces, for the homeless.
Lucky.
Outside, uncovered.
Oh.
So next time you think about going to Vegas, I know it's cheap, but I know it's a lot of fun. Maybe consider how they're treating their actual citizenry. And there you go.
I mean, when I'm tired, I look at a parking lot stall and I go,
about
boy,
time.
that looks
Oh,
nice.
man.
Pretty sweet.
Can't do that in Yellowknife, though, because once the snow hits, there are no lines, and it's chaos. Absolute chaos in every parking lot in this damn town.
Imagine if you came back after a long day and someone is
sleeping in your spot.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, what are you going to do?
Sorry, I parked my Quincy here. You can't sleep here.
Yeah, you can't sleep here.
I'm taking this to the manager.
Yeah,
that is my
the
spot.
manager of Vegas. So I don't know. It's just something to consider. Like, Vegas is kind of hot garbage. So there you go. And they're proving it right now.
Yeah.
They're trying.
Every hotel is empty. Every one of them.
Yeah.
Every motel, every hotel on the strip is empty.
They could have not reserved those stalls.
You could give out a few rooms to some people, and then like once everything kind of gets back to normal.
I'm just saying there's room for improvement.
Yeah, that's what
all.
I'm saying. There's lots of room for improvement. But good thing about Vegas being shut down, imagine what it's doing for the environment there. It's one of the most wasteful places on the planet. I love you all. Mornings at the Cabin, done for another day. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening. Check out more from the show at cabinradio.ca and by following the Mornings at the Cabin Facebook page.